and where they can move. And already, Fnatic getting involved in the action, by the way. They have been able to catch one player out of nowhere.
I was going to say, by the way, the pop-off as well from Satsuki. I mean, I love this energy coming in from Fnatic early on in the game. You can see the battle for the Trident maybe going down, and Zach Mazer was the player to fall. So you can see Lou and his teammate Nox there probably thinking, hey, Zach, where are you, buddy? He's like, I am a Deathbox. I will be with you soon.
Yeah, this is a really tough one for them, and they should be able to get that death box, and they will be able to get back up to a full 3, but this can happen sometimes when there are POIs that are close. You are well aware that one extra player could be drifting a little bit further away from the POI just to try and get loot, and it happens throughout tournaments where you try and TSM will be able to hit one in Cascade Falls. Na'Vi are currently making the move, and Fnatic are doing something a little bit different. They are hunting. They are looking to try and find the remaining players of that Elevate Bleed combo, and it looks like they found it.
I don't know what Fnatic, what the beef is at the moment between these two teams, but they want them dead, and it's quite simple if you're Nox and Lou. Try and survive, try and escape, but this could be free KP, and really should be. Zach Mazer falls out of the skies back into the game, but all he's done so far in this game is absorb bullets.
You can see Exhibit is down as well to try and gain that information, and really, Fnatic want these kills. They want to be able to find this to, again, it's asserting dominance. It's making sure that you just get one up in the first game.
One thing they're doing as well here, you can see they're trying to use the smoke evac tower and motherload combo to give them the wall hacks that they need and the outlines of those players inside of the building to formulate their push. Now the issue here is meds for Elevate Bleed inside of this building, right? Because you got to think, even though Zach Mazer has just come back into the game, he's only going to have 2 syringes, so meds are going to have to be shared about between the team at the moment, and you would feel like Fnatic probably could last them out a little bit longer, but now you're going to see them push onto that first kill. Zach Mazer's only got about 20 HP left, and all of a sudden Fnatic are taken down! And they're going to look back at that decision and think, what were we doing?
Zach's going to probably go down here as well, and will, but Lou has the meds, and Lou has the chance here to loot up some of these death boxes and ensure he'll have the meds for the rest of the team. They don't want to be caught off guard and give other teams a chance to get in.
I mean, when you look at the position of Alliance in that building as well, you've got Na'Vi, Hao, you've got DMS in front of them. You know, having that longbow in your hands is going to be pretty good for those teams are going to have to fight. And you might have had a few of those fights, pick up a couple of those kills, and then think about what your next play is going to be. But North Eption, this was the team who have had priority for the majority of this game on what position they have wanted to play. They're still on this platform, they're still holding it down, but being there early means the shields aren't as good as SSG, as SSG look to move up.
SSG definitely have the shield advantage. The zone will force them in, and you can see the ult started to come out as well. They need the damage to go off here, though. They can't just go in blind because they don't really know where North Eption are holding in certain angles.
How eliminated in the meantime. Phony gets the first knock, and that is the opening. Now for SSG to move forward, but the exchange of knocks will follow almost immediately. Na'Vi have been eliminated while this fight continues, and now you're seeing maybe a couple of third parties start to engage in this fight. Phony's left on his own.
Phony left on his own. DMS, they arrived and they changed things, but maybe Phony can get away. No, he cannot. So it is DMS who come in to clean things up, but North Eption also survived. 3 squads remain. Alliance are the healthiest, though. We said they were in one of the best positions, and they've got full red here. They should be able to clean things up.
North Eption down to a 2, and might be down to 1 in just a few moments' time as well. They get the knock, should get the knock, and here comes the zipline from Alliance, and you mentioned it, the Pathfinder gives them the ability to engage in this fight, to clean up these final pieces. Alliance will be a champion.
Stay in there. A couple of teams are going towards the tower, and they're going to try and play down towards where NRG, Riddle Order have ended up, but the other ones are either looking in their backpacks and saying, hey, we got an evac to get over, otherwise we have to fight our way through the tunnels.
And that's why you're going to expect so many people to get eliminated. TSM had to play that out as a duo from the very beginning. That's been forced their way in. Dragons get eliminated. Hao right behind them. Circle pulling all the way over to the east side like we noted before, but there's so many of these teams that are gonna have to funnel their way through the west side of the circle while Elevate have that slight high ground.
Yeah, I can only presume it's going to go a little more north, because otherwise we could have the potential of a heel-off above that zip line where Mizuchi was holding. Now, over here we've got Hao getting into it with Virtus Pro. They pushed into that bridge to try
this is EXO's game. What they actually tie has managed to escape amidst this fight. They have been able to move up, but they obviously cannot reset with a medkit just yet, with EXO jumping down from their heads. Beginning, but with Fnatic being on the high ground, you see the evac tower in front of them. They're gonna have to start moving eventually, taking an off angle to make sure that they're just not sitting ducks in front of EXO.
They've got the information from the Fuse ultimate, but do they have the bullets left to even put this team down? Fnatic have converted this home zone to get into the top 9. The one clip that Leica has left doing some work.
Got 3 arrows, 2 in the boat check. Last 2 spots left. Exo get eliminated now. It's Na'Vi versus Fnatic. Fnatic, when they needed it most, get the dub. They were sitting in 17th before that win. And that is Fnatic coming out of Clinic to claim the high ground, even if it meant giving up any extra loot that they could have had from the squads trying to take the same spot from them.
Judicious use of the resources available to them there at the end. I mean, we didn't get to see the other 2 players to see how much pressure they were
heroes, or try and take a northern rotation and get through NRG, which is equally as difficult.
Well, Fnatic, they're forcing their way through the choke, and I'm going to say, if the information gathered from that rotate by Weibo Gaming wasn't a good enough indication as to where this zone is going, well, it doesn't get much better, right? Completely being overtaken, and look at Fnatic, they're bullying their way into this building.
It's one thing Fnatic certainly do, is show aggression. It didn't work out for them in the first couple of games today. They pushed very aggressively and they died because of it, but now let's see if they can do any better.
Satsuki's gone down though. Yuka does manage to get the trade though, so it's a 2v2 inside of this building, and Yuka is going to be healthy enough not just to get that kill, but also to get his teammate back up. Fnatic have got to be careful here.
Remember, it's Riddle Order on the other side of this. They're in last position at the moment. They can't afford really to go down and lose this fight.
Well, Leica's going in here. Damage is done. Surely it's just about cleaning up for the rest of Fnatic, and that's exactly what they do, and they cannot reproduce what we just saw in the last game, Riddle Order from Weibo Gaming. They are down at the bottom of the leaderboards, and they're going to stay there. Fnatic, though, got to be careful, because now comes the third pipe of DMS, who are in 19th.
Well, from 20th position to 19th position, equally as important on the flip side here, but their advantage is Fnatic have taken a lot of damage and will be eliminated. Aware of this, though, as well as how, so he should go down soon, and I imagine Virtus.pro will be the next team to fall, if not for some sort of miraculous escape here, but I've seen crazier things happen. By the way, on the other side of the map, Weibo did win their fight, or at least were able to survive against Heroes, and will now dominate launch site side, so there is a big chance for Weibo to get another big finish here.
Yeah, they just walk in on that side as well. Elsewhere, though, EXO-Clan are swinging in. It's Wanagashi who gets the first knock, though. On the other side of it, the Havoc spray is good, and Swinny can't clutch. EXO-Clan eliminated. 9 squads now remaining as How hold.
Won't be too detrimental, of course, for EXO-Clan, but for How, that's massive for their chances of getting closer to that top 9. But now here comes Na'Vi, 8th place at the moment, looking to try and get a few more points here. They're into the top 9 of the squads remaining as well.
They're also able to get the knock onto How, and they will eliminate them as well.
It's quite the solo performance. Blacklist International also fall, so getting closer to those top 10 positions as now Fnatic looking to try and make their way up in the Stacks buildings, but that is a missed PK shot.
Very rare you see that from Yuka as well. Usually that man hits shots. Suzuki's going to get the kill, and now Leica on the flank with the Prowler gets the knock and plays his life beautifully as well. Fnatic have done enough damage here to claim this floor as their own and clear some space above them as well. Fnatic in 7th in the overall standings at the moment. A big game here for them might make them feel a little bit more comfortable.
By the way, our 19th and 20th teams are both still just about alive. Heroes have lost a couple, but they're still in this lobby. And Riddle Order, 20th position, are certainly still fighting for this game. Hackers has just gone down. Waltzy also falls. So some of the big teams losing some of their big players, but EXO-Clan, 2nd place right now, still chasing Alliance, by the way, have a great position here. One of the best, actually.
2nd place overall, and just remember, this team was not going to be here until very, very recently. Stepping in for Passion UA, we send our love to those boys, of course, at any opportunity. Nocturnal as a solo as well here for NRG. Swings down onto the low ground, smokes himself out to try and survive. There's a lot of solos and duos available. Or should I say surviving in this lobby at the moment, and Nocturnal's one of them.
Keep an eye on that kill feed. It's about to go off, an action about to unfold. TSM will be eliminated in 12th place. A great effort from Zap, but they finally will fall as now 11 squads are left. There is not much playable space down where the ring is going, by the way. So these buildings, if you can hold on to them, hold on for as long as possible as Heroes go down in 11th.
Final player taken down by Fnatic. Yuka's taken a little bit of time to craft the battery. We've seen that go badly, but luckily it only takes about half a second to craft them these days. Nocturnal still alive as a solo, by the way. Smoking himself out. Tiptoeing across the top, and It's giving me a throwback to when this man was dancing on a lamppost in the Pro League. He knows how to get it done as a solo, but this time the ask is too much. Too many eyes on him.
The zone is about to force all these teams outside of the building, though. Na'Vi also fall, as to Mizuchi. They cannot rescue Timmy and get a top 5 finish. But now this is a chance for DMS to try and replicate what they did in the previous game. Can they go back-to-back and push themselves into the top 9 here?
Great shots coming in from Ozus. It's going to be Alliance eliminated alongside Riddle Order, who got into the top 6. So craziness continues to happen as we see the Acrobat starter perform here on the zip lines. Ozus, last player alive now for DMS. Fnatic still alive, still picking up kills. Satsuki going to be that player who manages to find one. VP, Pricey, still alive alongside 2 of his teammates as well. The Fnatic will be eliminated in the meantime. And don't forget about Ozus. Exoclan have gone as well.
So much damage from Ozus, trying to keep them alive here for DMS, but it will fall down to 2 squads. And LGD look to have done it here, but there is still a job to do, and it might not be as easy as they first thought.
Feiji might not be able to climb here. He might not be able to climb here in the zone. The zone is going to be the victor. But it's enough. The damage was already done. And my goodness. We talk about who wins games sometimes. We talk about the big moments. But all I can think about...
We needed those points being on that cusp, sitting in 10th place. The Armory is getting pushed here while Fnatic are on the high ground, still looking at Na'Vi, who have not moved from here, but they're not the only ones, because Elevate Bleed are looking to get involved in this fight right behind them. Yuka gets taken down. Sasuke, the last one alive, well, rather the last one that had shields here, and kind of moves in, saves the day for Na'Vi right before Elevate have now moved in. All the opportunity for this final game to change out this entire leaderboard.
They're dropping a Weibo. They're in checkpoint right now.
No way. Fnatic here. Gonna be able to try to capitalize off for landing right on top of Weibo. Dropping Glory first, the conduit. The change up from Fnatic. Are you kidding me?
That's bullying. That was a 3v1. It's not allowed.
Not in my game. We can. We don't make the rules. Fnatic happy after getting that KP, but also gonna run away with it.
53 points. They only needed a few to cement the qualification. So they just go for an early contest. A completely random drop that Weibo don't see coming. They choose a team that split drops very far away from each other, so that even if it was a random drop, it can't just turn around on a dime.
That is such a good point.
So harsh.
And the fact that, as well, that Weibo are in 8th, right? With 49 points, Genome. You know they're feeling that here, too. Seeing if maybe they could get the death box, if they could get the banner here before Fnatic is going to end up wrapping around the duo.
I just got goosebumps. That's so harsh.
You expect these type of things when it comes to these last game scenarios. But even changing to the conduit, too. It's the nail in the coffin when you expect a contest at the end of the day here. And I love this play from Fnatic. You want to make sure you actually are safe. It's the insurance when you're sitting at 6 with 54 points. Weibo being right there with 49. It takes one good game, a heavy frag game, to clean up so much KP, and Fnatic are still playing this very safe, wrapping around Weibo, but also the fact that they had an Evil Harvester on their pathing before they got to the other side of checkpoint.
It's a zone down near Devastated Coast as well, Vicky. That's very good for Heroes. Unless someone can take a spot away from them, surely they can at least count on a couple of placement points to inch them further ahead of Riddle Order. That said, they're coming in from that southwest side, or just the south from Coastal Camp. And they may find a decent spot themselves.
Still here on this fight, though, over by checkpoint to see what Weibo's going to do. Are they going to be able to pick up the banner? This is taking a while. You know that Elevate, buy Mill, buy down Beast are going to be within the vicinity. This is going to be on that road to huge coming up here, trying to follow up with these nades. Yuka now trying to go in for the attack, but the Mother Lord is going to force him to back off. Jackie was so close to getting knocked before they finally, with that Knuckle Cluster, get that knock to follow up. That huge nade coming in, and Weibo
in 9th spot.
That's why it was so risky. Now, You have Ty moving in with 40 points and claimed this building, but we see this circle is about to close in the next second, and this is shifting all the way down to the south.
Nice shot. It even just catches